The big summer theatrical releases continue in August 2025, and this month will see the return of a group of animal outlaws, another body swap in a Disney movie, a comedy legacy sequel, a horror movie, and more. The summer of 2025 had a strong start with movies like Ballerina, Elio, 28 Years Later, and F1 released in June, and this streak continued throughout July. July 2025 brought big theatrical releases like Jurassic World Rebirth, James Gunn's Superman, the legacy sequel I Know What You Did Last Summer, and the latest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, The Fantastic Four: First Steps. Now, August will bring the return of The Bad Guys, Zach Cregger's latest horror movie, the sequel to Freaky Friday, a long-awaited superhero reboot, and more. The Bad Guys 2. The Bad Guys 2 will be released on August 1, 2025. The Bad Guys 2 is a heist comedy movie directed by Pierre Perifel and a sequel to 2022's The Bad Guys. Loosely based on the children's book series by Aaron Blabey, The Bad Guys 2 reunites with a group of animal outlaws led by Mr. Wolf, voiced by Sam Rockwell, as they struggle to find acceptance now as good guys. However, an all-female squad of criminals convinces the bad guys to go out of retirement and do one last job, which won't be as smooth as they think. Rounding up the voice cast of The Bad Guys 2 are Mac Maron, Awkwafina, Craig Robinson, Anthony Ramos, Zazie Beetz, Danielle Brooks, and Natasha Lyonne. The Naked Gun. The Naked Gun will be released on August 1, 2025. The Naked Gun is an action comedy movie directed by Akiva Schaffer and a legacy sequel to Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult. The Naked Gun follows Frank Drabin Jr., Liam Neeson, the son of the iconic Lieutenant Frank Drabin, Leslie Nielsen. Following in his father's footsteps, Drabin must solve a murder case to prevent the police department from shutting down. Also starring in The Naked Gun are Pamela Anderson, Paul Walter Hauser, and Kevin Durand. Weapons. Weapons will be released on August 8, 2025. Weapons is a supernatural mystery horror movie written and directed by Zach Cregger. Weapons follows the mysterious disappearance of all but one child from Justine's, Julia Garner, classroom, who, one night, simply left their homes and ran off into the night. Justine joins the parents and the rest of the community in looking for the children, while also trying to find the reason for their disappearance. Of course, Justine becomes the prime suspect, as only the kids from her classroom disappeared. Also starring in Weapons are Josh Brolin, Alden Ehrenreich, Benedict Wong, Kerry Christopher, Toby Huss, and Austin Abrams. Freakier Friday. Freakier Friday will be released on August 8, 2025. The sequel to Freaky Friday has arrived, and it's appropriately titled Freakier Friday. Directed by Nisha Gunnotra, Freakier Friday reunites the audience with Tess, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Anna, Lindsay Lohan, 22 years after they swapped bodies the day before Tess' wedding. Anna, now mother to a young girl named Harper, Julia Butters, is about to marry Eric, Manny Jacinto, and be a stepmother to Lily, Sophia Hammonds. However, Harper and Lily don't get along. Anna, Tess, Harper, and Lily will find themselves in a double body swap as the adults change bodies with the teens, through which Harper and Lily look to prevent the wedding. Nobody 2. Nobody 2 will be released on August 15, 2025. Nobody 2 is an action thriller directed by Timo Tahanto and a sequel to 2021's Nobody. Nobody 2 follows former assassin Hutch Mansell, Bob Odenkirk, who takes his family on a much-needed vacation. However, he's pulled back into his old, violent ways after a home invasion that sets off a chain of events that unearth some dark secrets about his and his wife's pasts. Also starring in Nobody 2 alongside Odenkirk are Connie Nielsen, RZA, Christopher Lloyd, Sharon Stone, Colin Hanks, John Ortiz, and more. Honey, Don't. Honey, Don't. Will be released on August 22, 2025. Honey, Don't. Is a neo-noir dark comedy directed by Ethan Coen. Set in Bakersfield, California, Honey, Don't. Follows private detective Honey O'Donoghue, Margaret Qualley, whose investigation of a woman's death leads her to a religious cult led by Reverend Drew Devlin, Chris Evans. Also starring in Honey, Don't. Are Aubrey Plaza, Charlie Day, Bill Eichner, Kristen Connolly, Don Swayze, Gabby Beans, and Talia Ryder. Honey, Don't. Premiered at the 2025 Cannes Film Festival. Caught Stealing. Caught Stealing will be released on August 29, 2025. Caught Stealing is an action crime thriller directed by Darren Aronofsky. Caught Stealing is the story of Henry Hank Thompson, Austin Butler, a former baseball player and now bartender. When his neighbor asks him to look after his cat for a couple of days, Hank finds himself in the middle of conflict in the criminal underworld of 1990s New York City. Starring alongside Austin Butler in Caught Stealing are Zoe Kravitz, Matt Smith, Liev Schreiber, Regina King, DeFaro Wune Tai, Vincent D'Onofrio, Griffin Dunn, Bad Bunny, Carol Kane, and Yuri Kolokolnikov.